Today's episode was filmed when I was down in Australia. And she's probably one of the biggest comedians in Australia. She's well known for her viral clips online. She's hilarious. Her Netflix show, Well Mania. And she's currently touring the U.S. right now. Today's guest is Celeste Barber.
Yeah. 11 minutes ago, my Australia, New Zealand tour went on sale.
No
so
way.
I'm just being a little bit obnoxious for 30 seconds.
You want to check the stats?
To make sure, that it has uploaded, because Instagram has become really needy. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah.
When you post, you got to keep the app open for it to upload.
Yeah.
You can't just post and then walk away, Renee.
Yeah.
And it does its thing. It's like, it's needy. So
let's make sure that it's up.
Oh, well, I'm just going to sit there with a video of myself playing while I sit with you and talk about myself.
It's kind of the world we're in.
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
You will see somebody editing a photo of themselves and writing in their diary at the same time, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's really bizarre.
I always say that to people when they're about like press and stuff. They're like, oh, the press are running shit on me. They're running shit on me. And I'm like, I haven't seen it. You're in a fucking vortex of yourself, right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh no, it's everywhere. And I'm like, turn Google alerts off on yourself. Turn them off. You don't need to get Google alerts about yourself every fucking 10 minutes.
You pull this in? Do you care if we start or no?
No, I don't care at all. Sorry, I'm being rude. I also have been in a hotel for 4 nights, which buckles my voice. So I sound like a prepubescent teenager.
Why, do you think the air in there is bad or something?
Yeah.
The rooms are so expensive, maybe they put cheap air in the room?
Well, yeah, and I need natural air. But when, hotels are fancy, they don't.
Well, some of them are so expensive, dude. I've been in ones where you're like, I'm not even going to sleep. If I even blink my eyes, it's going to cost me $30.
Oh, absolutely.
I stayed up. I remember the first night I stayed in like a really fancy place. I stayed up all night. I was like, I'm not going to waste the money.
You're going to get paid to sleep. They're going to charge you to go to sleep.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I came here to fucking use this place,
But also,
I read one of the books or something.
In the hotel.
I started reading like a couple just to get your money. It's like
your money's worth. Yeah.
You want to get your money's worth. I left the water going for a couple hours, I remember.
Do you travel with anything specifically?
No, just usually a little bit of hairspray, I guess. But
yeah, just a bit.
What else do I like to have in my room? Water. Oh, Powerade or Gatorade. Couple butterscotches. What else do you like?
Well, when I travel, like in a hotel, I have to take my pillow. I got to take my pillow with me.
Yeah.
I've become that girl. But even with water now, I love it. In the hotel I was just in, had a couple of bottles of water and it said complimentary. It's like, yeah, no shit. It's fucking water.
Yeah.
But they're like just pointing out this bit, complimentary.
Yeah.
It's $5,000 a fucking night to stay here. The least you can do, give me some complimentary water.
Yeah, it's so true. And sometimes it'll say like $13 water. That was the thing. They'll have like the complimentary ones, like the little ones
that's like a thimble of fucking water.
And the little ones sometimes are even like warmer somehow.
Yeah.
It's like they want it to seem like maybe it's been already used once or something.
Yeah, you're not that special. Someone else has run this around their mouth, spat it back in, and now you can have it for free.
Some lord has been using this.
Seinfeld walked past this door. Now you get to have free water.
And then they'll have the larger cool bottle next to it. It'll say like still water or deceased water.
Deceased water. And it's always in a sexy bottle. It's like, well, I don't want that shitty water. I want the sexy water.
Yeah.
And you have to remortgage your house to fucking pay for it. Is this free water?
Yeah, that's free.
Thank you.
That's free. We'll come in with a nicer one on a tray in a little bit.
How much would that cost me?
Dude, you know what's interesting about Celeste Barber?
Sure.
Nice to see you. Wow, you drink kind of like a
Careful.
sorry. beautiful, talented woman.
Thank you so much. Also, happy International Women's Day.
Is it today?
What do you fucking mean?
Oh,
What do you mean?
I knew it was this year.
Yeah, well, yeah. Once a year we get it. We're allowed to be ladies once a year. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Are you celebrating?
Here, this is it.
Oh,
Chatting
that's
to
awesome.
You. Yeah.
Hey, this is
Educating
international?
you.
This is international?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and I'm excited to learn about women and Australian women.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've been here for a couple of weeks. One thing that's interesting, you guys call it a toilet that I think is really...
what do you call it?
It's the bathroom, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Toilet is a way more accurate, I was realizing, because nobody like bathes in there. You don't ever go in there. And
No.
there's somebody like,
You mean,
like,
right. You mean like at a restaurant.
singing in the rain.
Gene
Yeah.
Kelly's just sitting in there singing.
Yeah, you
right.
never walk in there and there's an Indian guy just like, do you want some bubble bath? So toilet is way more accurate. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the accuracy of things here.
Actually, that is, yeah, that's true. When I'm in the States, I have been, in a restaurant or whatever, and I'm like, hi, whereabouts is your toilet? Or I say, have you guys got a toilet? And they're like, yes. Like, I'm like, where is it? And they're like, oh, the restroom is over there. I'm like, oh, right. They're like, why are you being so specific?
But even restroom is it's like if you walked in there and somebody was sleeping, just Goldilocking in there under the sinks or whatever, you would be so alarmed.
Just full of people with narcolepsy, just chilling out in there.
Like at the koala park?
Yes. Yeah. Have you done the whole koala park thing?
We went there. A lot of them look, I want to say kind of semi-Korean, I want to say a little bit. They're beautiful animals. A lot of them are definitely unemployed, it looked like, if you go in the one area where they're all just sleeping in the fucking branches or whatever.
Yeah. Did you touch one?
No, I didn't touch one.
Where did you see them? Where did you go?
We went to the Brisbane Forest Hills. It's not a cemetery. What's it called? No,
sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
It's not a cemetery.
Yeah, sanctuary.
Yeah, right.
Way weird.
That'd be fucking weird.
It's just a Ouija board, and they're like, "We promise you're petting it."
Yeah, and koalas are now endangered species in Australia after the hideous bushfires we had. Yeah. So when you said that, I was like, "Oh God, that's heartbreaking." They're my favorite animel. They're the fucking
Are you serious?
best. I know that's really cliched, but a few years ago I got to hold one, and it was unbelievable. Her name was Lucy, and I fucking fell in love with her. They're really heavy and really dense, so they kind of cling. But then they turn like really. They can kind of turn. They've got they're really horny.
They're really?
When they're on heat, they were like chasing after my husband.
Oh yeah, like the Irish.
Yeah,
kinda.
and I'm like, bitch, back off. Yeah, exactly like the Irish.
Oh, the Irish are the only humans that I feel like get into heat and they just can't handle it, You'll see them rubbing up against a damn hydrant in the street.
Where have you been in Ireland?
Huh?
Where have you been?
Oh, Irish are
All
everywhere.
over.
Yeah, they'll pop up anywhere. But on the internet, they have a lot of videos of Irish hydrant action or whatever. I have not seen a lot of that. Now, at the park we went to, there was an instance. There's a lot of kangaroos, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of them are, I don't want to say opiates have hit the area or whatever, but there's a lot of them that are resting a lot, right? Just lounging.
But that's what you want. You don't want to be near them when they're not chilled. They'll knock you the fuck out. Like, they're incredible. So you want to be around the ones that are chilled in the restroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there was one that got up. I don't know if he wanted a midnight snack or what.
Yeah.
He was like waiting to meet the dealer, it felt like. Like he was He was huge. He had a watch on, which I thought was kind of crazy.
Couple of chains.
He had a Whoop bracelet on. His tail had was like diamond encrusted. Like he was like the final boss, it felt like.
Just called everyone bitch. Yeah. He was that guy. I know that guy. Yeah.
Oh, he called me a at one point.
Okay.
I was like, we'll bleep that out, but he did.
Okay.
And look, I felt horrible. I was like, Jesus, what does he know about me that I don't know? Yeah, I don't have a wife, but come on, guy. Anyway, being in Australia and nice to be in your country.
What other words are weird? Restroom for you?
Restroom. You guys, the audiences are more nonchalant here.
Yeah, we kind of don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Like you'll come out on stage and they maybe a couple people get up,
Yeah. It's so different in America. I've noticed that. When I'm over there on stage, it's the first, I reckon 5-7 minutes. I'm like, calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Like sit down and then I can talk to you. It's bananas. But here in Australia, kind of walk out, everyone's like, all right, bitch, prove it. What do you got?
Oh, is that what they're thinking?
Yeah, we have this thing like a tall poppy syndrome in Australia where you get too big, we'll cut you down. We'll bring you back down to earth.
Oh, like that
Yeah.
Petraeus, like who was that runner, that guy who killed his wife? Was that here?
No, that is not us. That is
Oscar
Pistorius.
Pistorius?
Yeah, no. He was fucking horrible. That was horrible, that whole thing. No, he's not Australian. He's South African.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking hope. If he's not, don't run that because that's shit if I say that guy.
If he's South African?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
they
we're
chopped
kind
him
of,
a second he started getting fast. Like clipped him, you know?
you got to work for it here.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, we don't. Celebrity culture, where are we at?
Oscar Pistorius granted parole after serving 10 years for the murder of Reva Steenkamp. Wow.
10 years isn't fucking enough.
I agree. Especially on International Women's Day.
Fucking hell.
South African
Which is just one day, remember, just today.
Yeah. And I vote give them a couple days.
Yeah, right? Even just like a day and a half, like fuck off.
And they gave you, what is today, a Wednesday, Thursday?
It's Friday.
Oh, it is
But
Friday.
sure, yeah.
But give these bitches a Saturday.
I know. Imagine if you gave us a Sunday.
Oh,
No, we need to, small steps, guys, small steps.
the peace. Bring that back up. South African Paralympian Oscar Pistorius has been granted parole effective January 5th, 2024, after serving 10 years for the 2013 murder of his girlfriend, Reva Steenkamp, known as the Blade Runner for his carbon fiber prosthetic legs. He went from a public hero to a convicted killer. Wow. That would be so crazy getting out of jail.
Fucking hell.
That guy needs to go back in, huh?
2013. I didn't know that was, yeah, he needs to absolutely go back in.
The parole hearing took place at the Atteridge Correctional Center near the capital, Pretoria, where Pistorius has served the majority of his sentence.
What's he doing now? Tell me he's not running again. Is he just, he's trying to shut down International Women's Day, that's for sure.
That's for damn sure he is, and I'm not going to let him.
No.
Ms. Steenkamp's parents gave an interview to a British newspaper in February for the 10th anniversary of their daughter's death and said that they had not forgiven Pistorius.
No, me either.
Yeah, me neither. That guy seemed like he just was
Gross. Yuck.
Yeah.
Ooh, go
up
away.
to no good.
No.
God. Anyway, shouldn't have talked about that.
Anyway.
That's okay.
Horny koalas.
You're going to the States, so you have a
Yeah.
U.S. tour.
Yeah, I have a US tour.
What does that feel like? It's a lot going to another country and touring.
It is a lot. I just find touring a lot. I find the whole thing a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, but most of my audience is in the States. So, and most of the money's in the States.
Is it?
So, yeah. So I go and do that. I go, my first show is May 2nd for Netflix as a joke in LA.
Oh, wow.
Opening night of the festival on stage at the same time as Seinfeld down the road. So
Really?
I reckon 6 people will be at my show.
I don't know. Seinfeld's getting older. It's like,
I'd go to Seinfeld.
yeah.
I'm
that's a good point.
funny.
What if you're at Seinfeld?
Well, yeah,
Just put a
exactly.
sign up on
Just
stage.
Sorry. Yeah. 100 meters
yeah,
down
he's
the road.
a legend. I think it just depends. Yeah, there's so many different audiences now,
Right. Yeah.
you know?
The internet, right? It makes everything so much bigger and smaller.
Do you feel like, because a lot of your popularity came off the internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of, same for me, right? Like a lot of or people seeing me, right? Because it's just getting eyeballs to see you. So, did you feel like you had to make that up when you get on the stage? Because sometimes it's scary. I feel like,
Right.
if you get the publicity before
Yeah.
you are
You got to back it up.
right.
Yeah, no, I absolutely felt that. It was really important to me that I bridged that gap because the internet is free, right? So, you've got millions of followers, but it doesn't fucking cost them anything. So how many followers do how
That's a
loyal
great point, huh?
are people? People are like, I love you because you're free, bitch, and you're in my hand when I'm on the toilet, I'm good. But then I wanted to see how that translated, and it translated very well, sold out shows. But I really wanted to prove my stripes because I trained as an actor. That was always my thing. But I started the Instagram stuff because I couldn't get a fucking job.
Yeah.
So I did that and then, it blew up. And I didn't want to just, like you say, just kind of be on stage and people be like, oh, you're better here. So I wanted to make sure that it translates well.
It's so funny you say that. There's something scary in a way, I've thought about this, about people coming to see you live. Because you're like, if they already like me, then all I'm doing is risking them not liking me.
Absolutely.
And it's fucking, there's something that's kind of like harrowing about it. Like there's times where I'm like, gosh, if they already like me, maybe we're good.
Yeah, like what the fuck am I doing? Why am I? Yeah, it's like, well, they like me and now I'm going to do a tour to see if they really like me. It's like, it's fucking masochistic. Like, what is that? It's like, prove it. Prove it that you like me.
Yeah.
You know, because the parodies and stuff I do on Instagram, at first people are like, are you just going to kind of come on stage and then just like change into different costumes? So I thought, you know, it's that tricky thing of going, well, do I give an already excellent, strong audience more of what I've already given them and what it seems like they want, or do I give them what I think would be a better show? Ooh. So, you know,
yeah,
like, what the fuck do you do there?
I know, so it's scary.
Yeah. And then you just keep fucking going out and doing it. And again, you know, you sell a show, you sell a tour, it goes really well. And you're like, oh, cool, they do like me. But it's not enough. So now I'm doing another fucking tour and now I'm panicking about that. Like, what is that we do? It's so masochistic. Just stop. Just start selling water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make money that way. Stop making things hard for yourself, Celeste.
Yeah, stop making things hard for yourself. Yeah, I wonder, there's definitely I have this thing, like, I want to make sure that I get to see like, I'll go to all the I'll try and go perform at all the markets. Like, some people will go to the big city. I'll go to you can't go to like towns really, but there's like fantasy in my head where I'm just on a bus, like, and we just set up a tent and we do the show in a town. Just like, I just want to I want to interact with everybody.
You want to reach everybody. But the weird thing is we do on our phones.
I know. I guess it's so ridiculous.
It's like,
but I think I have this romantic version, this old school version, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
That I romanticize sometimes.
Have you done a tour bus? Do you do tour buses?
Yeah, I've done a tour bus. Oh, we've tried everything. We tried the motorcycle with the little thing on the side of it.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, we tried that, and I was like sitting there just holding a box of like T-shirts for merch.
Yeah, some caps, yeah.
We tried the camper van, like a family camper, you know, that you rent. It's like $19 a day, and it's basically just like a cage.
Oh yeah, and they don't go up hills. You got to jump out and kind of fucking push it up.
Oh
I
yeah,
know
there's
those.
nothing in there. It's like an Anytime Fitness, basically.
Yeah.
It's like an Anytime Fitness on wheels. There's like 2 kettlebells in there, and then there's just some like fucking...
And Chevy Chase just sitting in the front.
Yeah. And some dangerous man complaining that the water fountain's broken, you know?
How many people do you tour around with?
My tour manager, Tim, and then 2 comedians, usually.
Yeah. Keep it.
So it's a pretty small group. But then if you get a production, like if you start to go into places where you have to bring production, and then you have to bring like, then there's other people that come, but they are more of like the production side maybe. But it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting just to see it and learn.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary though, some of the responsibility. I think just with touring, it's like once you're like, okay, I'm really going to go do this.
Yeah, I'm this guy now. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I'm and it's supposed to be fun. We did a tour bus 2018, massive fucking tour bus. It had 12 bunks in it.
Oh, yeah.
Had a fucking massive bedroom out the back, and it was me and my best friend / tour manager. And it was like a Janet Jackson backup dancer fucking bus. And we just ran amok on it. It was so fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you went all across Australia?
No, all around America. No, we don't do tour buses here because it's too big. The country's too big.
Yeah.
No, we did it all through America. Fucking wicked. I love tour bus. Costs a packet though.
Yeah. It's expensive.
When I came out of a sold out world tour, I was like, have I broken even? And my manager's like, that fucking bus that you wanted. That bus, you idiot.
But otherwise, you're like walking or you're on a donkey.
You're at donkeys, lots of donkeys. The last tour I did, 2022, I did 80 shows in 3 months.
Wow.
Like a fucking idiot.
Oh.
Like a fucking idiot. And we were just planes. So we were just, travel day was a show day, travel day, like averaged about 16 hours in every place.
It's so hard.
It's shit.
Yeah.
And you forget how much I need creature comforts. Like get to a point where you're like, why am I still navigating how fucking doors work? Because you're in a different place every time. So some doors are pushed, some you run into, like it's so discombobulating.
Well, you'd think the government
would get their shit together.
And I don't want to say anything NATO or whoever the group, you know.
Sure.
NAACP. I don't know who does it, but whoever fucking make one door.
Right? How fucking hard is it?
Outlaw some of those, like some of those hinges are kind of, I don't want to say, I don't know what they are. They're bisexual, I think.
Okay, I was going to say they're shit.
Okay, well, I just mean some of them are willing to do anything. You're
Right.
Like this thing.
Yeah, and they're also super shit. I know. We need on International Women's Day, let's get some fucking women making doors.
Yeah.
I reckon. And they'll swing when we need them to swing.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we need some fucking women's doors, huh? We need doors for women only.
Women's fucking doors. It's about time.
In America, there's a lot of women that will say that there's like a male glass ceiling on comedy and stuff. Do you hear that here or no? Do you feel like it's just...
Oh, a glass, yeah, for women, absolutely. Not a male, what the
or just
men
a
have
glass
put it.
ceiling, but
Yeah.
nobody says that the glass ceiling is made out of men. You know what I'm saying?
No, we know that though.
Right.
We know that,
Yeah.
because it's been made by men.
Yeah.
Good luck. Well done with that though. All those glass ceilings are made by the same person. They should get into the fucking doors.
Does it feel like that in the Australia comedy scene? I guess because I don't know the scene that much. I have some friends here who are comedians, but knowing the scene is totally different. You know?
Yeah. Look, I started as an actor. I've always been funny, but I'm not like a comedian that's been gigging for 25 years. You know what I mean? Doing the 3 a.m. slot and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of came up before acting and that
So it's
sort
kind of a
stuff.
different avenue.
And Australia's really different to the States. Like we don't have comedy clubs on every corner. We have a handful of clubs. We have like open mic nights at pubs or bars, but it's nowhere near as big as it is in the States. I did notice it when I got to America. I went into a comedy club there and I walked into the dressing room a few years ago and I was like, do you reckon we could take that massive life-size photo of Bill Cosby down? Is that cool? And they were like, yeah, we can't. It's kind of like drilled in. And I fucking ripped it off the wall and shoved it behind the toilet. It's like,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't been asked back there. That's fine.
Some of them, they don't want you to see it. Some of them, they're lost, I'll say.
Yeah.
They're obviously into a different type of entertainer.
And I play theatres now, so it's fine.
And he's obviously a hypnotist.
Yeah. That's, misunderstood, I think they say.
Bill Cosby. What if he just said, what if that had been his defense in court? I'm just, guys,
Fucking hell.
I'm just a really bad hypnotist.
Fucking hell.
So crazy.
Has he died?
I don't think he just went back out on tour. I
No,
think.
he didn't.
I think Nick Swartzen's touring with him.
On International Women's Day, he's just jumped back out on tour. So what just happened? Are you telling me that his fucking tour went on sale the same day mine did on International Women's Day? Fuck you, Cosby.
So people can go see it. So just your Australia, New Zealand tour went on.
But America's on sale.
Yeah.
So I'm in America May, June.
And you start with the Netflix festival.
Netflix festival and then Phoenix, then over to Washington and then fuck around for a bit. It's tricky because I'm based here. I've got a family here. I've got a life here. So
yeah, it's hard.
I'm trying. This will be the fourth time I've done a world tour and I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do it. I don't know. Like the last one I did, I was saying, I did a heap of shows because I was like, just cram the fuckers in so I can just go, get it all done and then get home. But that was too, it's like still, it was
That's hard.
6 or so weeks without seeing my kids. And I just finished filming a show down here. I don't live in Sydney. I live north. So I was away from them. They had 3 days to build the show and then take it onto it. So that was all bananas. So this time I'm trying to do like a couple of weeks and then we're going to have a week off. So the family will come over. We'll hang out in Mexico and then I'll go back out for like 3 weeks. But it's hard to kind of navigate that.
It's hard.
Being like a mom and all that, but living on the other
imagine.
side of the world is it's hard because most of my audience is in America.
Yeah. I mean, my only child is my own depression usually. And
I've got her as well.
Okay,
Don't worry.
Yeah. But it's like outside of that little motherfucker, I don't have to, everything's pretty like, I can't even imagine with a family.
And that cunt goes with you everywhere as well.
Yeah.
You can't even leave her at home if you want to go out on the road.
So how many children do you have?
I have 2 that came out of me, but I also have 2 stepdaughters that I've had for 20 years. Yeah.
Like in Cinderella, are those stepdaughters?
I'm Cinderella.
Wow.
I am. Yeah. I'm Cinderella.
Of course.
I've had the girls since they were 2 and 4. They're now 21 and 23.
Okay, so they're not at the house like asking for sandwiches and all.
Oh, fuck no. When the eldest, Kaya, turned 18, I kicked the door in. I went, happy birthday. She said, thanks. I went, get out.
Yeah.
So what do you mean? I went, consider yourself raised. Get the fuck out. Out. I love you. Out. And she was like, happy to. Like, yeah, get out. I'm done.
Yeah. I'm going to open this women's door for you.
Yeah, exactly. Watch. It goes both ways. Look at that.
Yeah, so, but now you have new offspring?
Yeah, I got 2 little dudes. I got a 9-year-old who turns 10 on Monday and a 12-year-old, 2 boys.
And do they think it's interesting that you're this funny lady? Like, what is their concept of their mother as a comedian? Do they have that? Do they have a concept of it, or?
I think they say, no, not, I think they see it as my job. I will say, though, that my 12-year-old, my kids are really fucking funny too. Like, I don't think anything's funny and I think they're fucking funny.
Oh, yeah.
It's really cool. So now that, he's 12, he's kind of getting it a bit more. He'll, like, I'll say something to my husband and he'll overhear it and he'll be like, oh, Mom. I'm like, yeah, bitch, welcome. Like, I'm a massive deal. Get on board. It's great. Yeah. So they kind of.
Oh, it must be cool when if your kid starts saying and your kid starts entertaining you kind of low-key. That must be pretty freaking interesting because then it's like, oh, I made that.
Absolutely. Yeah, but then when they're really annoying, I'm like, oh, I fucking did that too.
Oh, yeah.
Like I see, a lot of myself obviously in them and I'm like, yeah, that's going to be tricky for you, mate. I went through that. That's going to be hard for you.
Oh.
That awkward.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, growing up is so awkward. Like, do you remember whenever you got breasts or whatever? Like,
always had them. I was born with them.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was a baby with tits.
Wow.
It feels like it.
Hold on. Some politician will fucking bid on you. Okay.
Wow,
yeah,
and he's about to hit puberty, my boy.
Nuh-uh.
It's a
And what do you start to
thing.
change the furniture around the house or anything? Do you put up like a scratching post?
I come to Sydney for a month and I say to my husband, fucking sucked in. Enjoy that. Or I ask him a lot. I'm like, he's been in the bathroom for ages. Is this a thing? And he's like, just chill. It's fine.
Yeah,
So
he's peeing.
Yeah, he's actually peeing. I'm like, I don't know if
he's getting a really deep pee out.
Yeah. Just walk past his bedroom. Like,
you
hey,
got to
man.
get him a scratching post or something, like one of those cat posts, like.
Oh, yeah, true.
I wish, a lot more parents should do stuff like that or get some breasts that you nail onto the wall or something.
But isn't that what boys do? Don't they just sort it out themselves? I don't want to.
In some tribes, the brother will teach the younger brother how to masturbate. So it's like, doesn't seem like a shameful thing. It seems like this is a way that things are done in our culture,
Yeah, right. Are those tribes also in Ireland?
I mean, look, I'm not sure they could
I don't know
be.
if it's a taught thing. In all my experience, you boys just figure it the fuck out.
But you don't, though. That's the problem. You just go out into the woods or you go into like some corner.
Go out to the woods.
Or you hide in the hamper at a friend's house, That was the
in their mum's bathroom. Just
100%. We had this one kid, bro. If you ever needed him, he was in my one buddy had a hot mom. He was in their hamper all the time.
Oh my God.
Crack it open, he'd be in there.
Oh God.
Just
you got a fucked up mate.
just making organic beverages, dude. That guy was a real dirtball, and he still is, honestly. I think he's behind bars. I want to update everybody that we had a lawsuit from Kai the Hitchhiker. You might be familiar. And finally, it has taken 7 months. But Morgan & Morgan helped get our case dismissed. So thank you, Morgan & Morgan. And that's what it is, Kai. That's the law. If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. They have over 100 offices nationwide and more than 800 lawyers. With over $15 billion recovered for over 300,000 clients, Morgan & Morgan has a proven track record of fighting to get you full and fair compensation. Morgan & Morgan has been fighting for the people for over 35 years. They have your back just like they had ours during tough times and when you need a little bit of help. Whistling underwater is hard, but submitting an injury claim with Morgan & Morgan is easy. If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win. For more information, go to forthepeople.com/thispastweekend or dial pound law, pound 529 from your cell phone. That's forthepeople.com/thispastweekend or pound law, pound 529 from your cell. This is a paid advertisement. Are you struggling with keeping your website up to date and running your business? Well, you're not alone. Now you can binge all the web design and digital marketing you want with Modify. Modify helps you with unlimited web design and redesigns, unlimited website updates, and 24/7 support, including digital advertising. Plus, you get a designated designer. Consider updating your existing website or getting a new one. They've made mine, and I'm thankful for them. Visit Modify, modiphy.com/Theo for 50% off the last website you'll ever need. That's right. Unlimited web design and redesigns, unlimited website updates, 24/7 support, digital advertising included, plus you get a designated designer. Go to modiphy.com/Theo for 50% off the last website you'll ever need. I saw that the Just for Laughs festival, speaking of comedy festivals, was going out of business. Did you ever go with that?
I did Montreal a couple of times.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah, I only heard that the other day.
2024 Just for Laughs Comedy Festival canceled. Company seeks creditor protection. Wow.
Keep scrolling. Is that just in Montreal? Because we have one in Australia. We have in Sydney, JFL. Has that been cancelled?
Good question. The Montreal company that operates the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival has canceled the 2024 edition of the event. Wow, so 2024 Montreal is canceled. I'm learning things today. When is it usually on? I should know. I've played it. I believe
in
it's
a few months, right? So that's late to cancel. Is everyone... Fuck that.
They must have just realized it's not going to work. A formal process under Canada's has canceled the 2024 edition of the event after filing a notice of intention to make a proposal to creditors. 75 people were laid off Tuesday morning, according to a festival spokesperson who called the company's financial situation unsustainable.
Yeah, festivals are tricky.
The company cited lost revenues during the 2 years of the global pandemic and challenges facing the media industry, particularly reduced budgets at networks and streaming platforms, as reasons for restructuring. Wow, it's kind of wild when things like that start to go away. But I think things like Just for Laughs, they're not as much of a launching pad for entertainment anymore, for comedians.
And that it's not a money-making vehicle. I've always found it quite weird. I don't really do festivals. Again, because I didn't come up through stand-up. But that idea of going, there's 300 shows on over 4 days.
Yes, too much.
In two streets, 2 blocks. And each comedian's got to try and push their own fucking show up against that. I always found it kind of weird. And I know so many of my mates do those festivals. They're like, it's fucking impossible to try and sell out even, 300 seats.
Yeah.
It's impossible because my mates down the street, it's just, it's really hard.
It's like every venue in the world is selling tickets on the same night. It almost does seem kind of ridiculous. It's like, what if all your major sports teams played on the same night?
Exactly. Well, they'd never do that with sport.
Yeah.
No, not sacred sport. But with the arts and comedy, fucking hell. Figure it out, you weirdos. We don't give a shit. Sport.
We went to a Sydney Swans game yesterday.
Yeah. Good?
Yeah.
Like it? Yeah.
It was cool.
AFL.
Yeah, AFL. It's like soccer and rugby kind of a little bit. It's
Yeah. Rugby union, do you mean? Not rugby league.
I don't know. I couldn't tell it's kind of an interesting sport. You can't tell what sport it is. It seems like they're trying to play every sport at once.
And they're incredible. I don't really follow AFL.
Yeah.
But when I do see it and, talking to people who love it, they're incredible fucking athletes. They just never stop just pinning it around.
Yeah, it's
and throwing and kicking. It's not you run, you stop, you sit, you go again. Like it's non-stop. It's amazing to watch.
Yeah, it kind of has like a soccer
Right.
aspect because it keeps moving. Do your boys play sports or no?
Yeah. My oldest boy loves rugby league, but I've pulled him. Well, he's not going to do it for a year. He wants to, get his shit together. So we started doing rugby union instead. I fucking hate it.
What is rugby union? What's the difference?
Can someone else bring this up? Here we go. Rugby league is, I don't know how to describe the difference because if you watch it, it looks very similar. Everyone listening who knows sports is going to be like, this bitch trying to tell us about fucking union. Listen up, fellas. This is how it is.
No, it's International Women's Day. You're good.
I know I'm bored because it's sport. But
Yeah. Well, there you go. Did you play
But do you
sports
know-
when you were growing up?
No,
Really?
I danced.
You did?
Yeah.
You were a trained dancer?
Sure. Not trained, but like as a kid, dance, for every day of my life up until I was 16. Fucking loved it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Well, my main goal in life was to be a Janet Jackson backup dancer.
Oh,
So much.
God, it's so beautiful. Yeah. I have never met her before. I've had dreams where I've met Tito Jackson.
Oh, how'd that go?
It was like at a recovery meeting, but I still got to meet. I got introduced to him twice.
In these dreams?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I have
It's very specific.
Yeah.
No, I'm obsessed with Janet. I saw her 1998 Velvet Rope tour in Brisbane.
Nuh-uh.
Changed my fucking life.
Where were you at?
Where was my seat? Like row Z, seat 87.
Fuck yeah.
Would have had a better seat in the fucking car park. I didn't care. It changed
And what
my
were you
life.
wearing? Just your young breasts?
Yeah, just baby
Sorry.
tits and jeans.
I don't know if we can say that.
We
term
probably
or not.
won't say that, I reckon.
I mean,
I'm happy to stay for the edit if that helps. I'm available all of a sudden. No, I'm obsessed with her, but even more so her backup dancers.
yeah. Because it's so much to be a backup dancer because you're right there. You're right on the cusp of the star.
Yeah.
You're smelling their fucking breath.
Yeah, but
if they fart, you're in it.
absolutely, but you need to know your place.
Yeah.
So you need to know that when Janet breaks off from the group and does her thing, that's when you can go and, fucking go ham. But when she comes back, you've got to make sure you fall in line. I think a lot about Taylor Swift's backup dancers. I think about them a lot. I went and saw her a few weeks ago.
You did?
Yeah.
And did you go alone?
No, I took my 9-year-old niece.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm pretty amazing.
Do you think some women win alone?
No, I think people went in fucking cults together to that. And
With their cauldrons. huh?
Fucking hell. No, I don't think there was anyone there alone. And if they went alone, they didn't leave alone.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot. But I think about her backup dancers
Mm-hmm.
because she's on tour at the moment, biggest tour in history. And Beyonce's on tour, biggest tour in history. And you just fucking know that Taylor Swift backup dancers also auditioned for that Beyonce tour.
Ooh.
That's tough. There's a lot of skipping around. They come out on push bikes. They bring out pumpkins and do like liturgical. I was
And
like,
you don't notice half the shit they do. Next thing you know, one of them, just has like a, they'll have a stuffed animal. They'll have a bassinet.
100%.
One of them will have a drum. One of them will be just, landing their ass on the other one or something. And before you know it, they have to keep it moving.
But I really noticed it. And I really noticed the backup dancers when Taylor would dance with them. I'm like, I want to re-choreo that.
And be right there in it.
Taylor's unbelievable. I'm obsessed with her. I think
Yeah.
she's incredible. Is she a dancer?
No.
Mate, she's not a dancer.
But she is a
But
hype woman.
Yeah. And she dances in front of 100,000 people the way that I used to dance in my bedroom alone when I was 9. And I have fucking respect for that.
That's what I think it is. I think even when you see her just like at other shows, you see her dancing, you see her having a
She's
good time.
all teeth and elbows.
Yeah.
But you go, great. I love that for you.
Yeah.
Those backup dancers. You can tell they're like,
You think some of them like, that could be me? Do you think some of them have to leave the tour because their ego gets too big? That must happen.
I reckon some of them have to do a drop-in dance class once a week just to really hone their craft because they're not getting it on stage.
Yeah, they have to dumb it down almost, huh?
Maybe, yeah. You got to be careful with what you say about Taylor. because the Swifties will come for you and
No, I'm just saying.
skin you alive.
Really? Are they bad
I'm not
here?
worried for you. I'm fucking worried for me. Yeah. You talked about tits on a baby. You're already fucked. If I go for Taylor.
I don't think we should. Yeah.
No, that's going.
Look, I'm okay with a lot of surgeries. I don't think that's one of them.
No, Taylor, I think she's great. I just don't know if she's a dancer.
Some of the stuff you see at the shows is you will see a lot of people filming their child, trying to get their child onto look, Taylor, this is little Dino or whatever.
Phoebe, yeah.
Yeah, this is Chloe and she's your, and Chloe,
biggest fan.
And she's like eating a bowl of fucking glitter
Tears,
or something.
yeah. Tears and resentment. 3.5 hour concert.
Wow.
Fucking hell, that's a lot.
Mm.
I went to the bathroom at one point and I came back to my niece and I said, she got changed during this song. And my niece went, no, it's a different song. And I went, it's fucking not. It's all the same. I thought it was the same song. She's like, no, it's a completely different song.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was so high. One time I went to Green Day and the opening band performed and I thought that was Green Day and I was...
Who was the opening band? Dua Lipa or something?
Probably somebody, yeah. I think it was like Chingy or something.
Oh, wow. Did you leave after it? That was great.
I was on my way out.
That was great. There's heaps of cabs available, like an Uber. This is awesome.
I was on my way out. What else is going on? Oh, yeah. So one thing that people love about you, obviously, so much is just like bucking like the beauty trend and like taking on beauty in like such a ridiculous way. Is it like beauty kind of, or is it just like, what is like the fulcrum of like what you feel like you kind of like to pinpoint? Because you have so many videos of shit that's like, yeah, like somebody in the rain drinking a soda, just like things that's like that normally they make it look all sexy and erotic, you know? And you just kind of make it look like real humans. Like, what if we all did this?
Yeah, I think because...
Kind of like Taylor Swift's dancing.
Exactly the same. Taylor and I are the same. We're exactly the same, but I can dance. I think just that whole idea of unrealistic ideals of women being sold as realistic.
Yeah.
Like before social media, you get a magazine or whatever you see in the media.
Magazine drawing or something.
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's Cindy Crawford being fucking amazing. She's on a motorbike in a bikini on an Empire State Building drinking a Pepsi. You know what that is. It's an edited thing and that's what it's being sold as. Then kind of social media came out and similar ideas are being pushed, but it's like, this is what I look like dropping the kids off at school, or like this is my morning routine and it's 4 a.m. and she's in a bikini and she's doing yoga on a beach. She's got a green juice and her kids are, gorgeous and just doing school drop-off. I'm like, bitch, that's not what fucking school drop-off looks like.
Yeah.
That idea of it being sold it's
trash.
It's just, you know what, it's fucking hard because then when you get it on your phone and you already hate yourself and it's 3 a.m. and you're breastfeeding your child who won't fucking breastfeed, but you have to breastfeed them because if you don't breastfeed them, you're a shit mom. You may as well give them a fucking meth pipe because that's something else we have to be doing.
And he's also 11, which is a little crazy.
Exactly. And he fucking hates you. Yeah. And you're scrolling through your phone and then you see these images and they get into that psyche. I was like, that's bullshit.
Oh, yeah. It's like, why do I have to feel bad suddenly?
I already feel bad, but at least I could put the fucking magazine down or turn the fucking TV off.
Yeah.
And then we get these in our hands and if you put that down, you'll fucking explode. And they just peppered. And I was like, no, I call bullshit to that. I call absolute bullshit to that. I still do.
Yeah, and then here's the worst part is I think that then your brain starts to feel bad or something. Then you release some like thing in your breast milk and now your kid fucking feels bad, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Your kid's all fucking pissed or whatever.
100%.
Some chick with no kids is fucking, showing her tits and you're a toaster oven or whatever making breakfast.
Yeah, exactly. She's not making that breakfast. But I also wanted to show the other. Like, I'm sure there are people out there that do sail on a yacht to drop their kids off to school in bikinis and are incredible. But not everyone's like that.
No.
And that's not represented. It's not represented. So
kind of true, huh? Why do we get afraid, I think, to share whatever is probably really real? I guess.
I think it's shifting though.
Yeah.
And I think maybe because it's boring. It's not aspirational, and we have to constantly, especially if, in the public eye or in the media, got to be aspirational. Someone asked me in an interview yesterday, well, what's next? You got a world tour, you're doing this, you're doing that. So I'm going to lie the fuck down.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I want to try and figure out how to live one day without anxiety and sleep for longer than 4 hours. That's a goal of mine. Doesn't always have to be, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. And that's the stuff for social media too.
Yeah, well, I think it definitely creates a world of like, I have to do something else.
Yeah, what's next?
What's next?
Because people have seen it next. Even like in TV now with streamers, consume television on streaming services the way we consume TikTok.
And this is one of the crazy things that happen. You start to not even value, you don't even realize how much production goes into television stuff. So people don't even value it as much anymore. They value it as like, if this doesn't get my attention pretty quick or I'm not in, I move on. And it's almost like you scroll past it, and to think that much production and time and creativity and everything would go into a program and you would just scroll right past it. It's one of the reasons I think why like even JFL are saying that there's problems, because there's just tightening budgets at all those places because they can't figure out how to make it where people are sticking around, Yeah,
and people want everything for free. But that's what the industry and, society, social media, all that sort of stuff is put out there. It's like, if you don't binge this show in 2 days, you're a fucking idiot, because we've got 40 other shows that are coming up that everyone else is watching. So you have to kind of keep up watching it. And if you don't, well, then aren't you a loser? How dare you watch 1 episode a day, fuckhead? That's the whole thing. And then it totally...
who cares if your children can't read? You need this fucking second episode of Griselda, you little bitch.
Yeah, Bridgerton 65's coming out. You're not onto it yet.
Yeah.
And I think that really dilutes the quality of what we see, because Bridgerton, for example, you watch that, it drops, and you binge it in 2 days, and then everyone loves it, and they're like, you have to make another one. So instead of going, all right, well, let's go and develop some scripts, we'll get some writers out. Oh, we're going to, what draft do you usually shoot on? Oh, 10th draft. Fuck that. Second draft, shooting draft. Go. And
Elizabeth needs yellow fever, or whoever the characters are.
And just to absolutely dilute the quality of it.
Put Bridgerton in a fucking coma and let's fucking keep it moving.
Episode 1, but episode 2, fucking bring them out. Keep going.
Yeah, things start to lose quality because we want things so fast.
Yeah. It used to be, it's always been a tough industry and challenging. I kind of like that about it, but it's fucking brutal now.
Like, in what is the acting side?
Yeah, trying to get...
That seems impossible.
I had a show on Netflix that went really well. It fucking killed.
Yeah, Wellmania.
Yeah, it went really well, and it didn't get renewed. And they said because of numbers, but the numbers were really good. You just have to keep up. And you can only control that so much.
And a lot of these people making those choices have no idea.
Are accountants.
They are just, they have no idea what's cool. And that's one of the things that I do like about people being able to make their own content and have their own voice, is because those people thought they knew everything.
Yeah.
And they don't know shit.
No.
And now their old festivals are falling apart. Their networks are making shit that nobody's paying attention to.
Yeah.
I think it's part of the problem. I mean, I'm probably a little jaded too. Similar thing happened to me, but it's like they tried to get so woke. I don't know. And in the U.S., like the Comedy Central got so woke and everything. They put on people that weren't even fucking comedians making shows. It was just like... And then now they'll like they want to come and offer you like $500 to come make a show with them. Like, get fucked.
Yeah, with your special.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're like, we're going to give you 16 cents for your special. I'm like, the one that I sold out worldwide and made a fuck ton of money on. You can't have that.
I know.
You can't have that.
Yeah, did that feel kind of scary? Because I guess when you're an actor, getting a show is such a huge thing, huh?
It was awesome. I fucking loved it. It was so
I have
fun.
to watch it. I haven't seen it. I just saw that you. I know that you did it, and that's all I know.
I was executive producer on it as well, which I fucking loved.
Really? Did you get one of those little chairs with the black back on it?
No, I didn't. Fucking hell, I should have got that. Oh well, I got an ego though.
Yeah.
A massive ego from it. I just loved it. I was, it was a show that was built around me. It was a dream situation. It was a book that was then turned into a show, and they wanted to build it around me and had awesome people on it, and we made it, and it was fucking wicked. I loved it. I loved the story as well. I loved being a woman, 41 now, on screen, being big and loud and flawed and annoying and weird and exciting. And before we're talking about audiences, and people come up to me in the street and just like women, they're like, I fucking saw myself in that character. We don't see that much, right? And so I love that. So I really, really would have loved to have extended that and given more to that story and seen more in that character, as well as being the lead in a fucking show for a second season and executive producer. Like, I'm not hiding that. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So the whole experience was awesome.
Well, it sounds like it. I want to go back and watch it. I like some Australian shows. I like Bondi Rescue, and I like Chris Lilly shows.
Yeah. Have you seen all of his stuff, like from the beginning?
I think I've seen everything. The problem is, Netflix took half of they used to have it up.
Have you seen Summer Heights High?
Yeah.
And have you seen We Can Be Heroes?
Stop looking at my dick. Yeah.
Fuck you, miss. Sorry for saying fuck you, miss.
Mr. G. Oh, it's so good.
She's a naughty girl with a bad habit. A bad habit for drugs. Ecstasy. Ecstasy. I fucking love him. Did you see We Can Be Heroes? That was his first one.
We can be.
No, we have Australian of the Year in Australia.
Yes,
and
I have seen it. It takes place at a school as well.
Well, it's all, again, different characters all over Australia who are nominated to be Australian of the Year.
Yes.
And he plays all of them. It's worth watching.
I'll have to go back and watch it again.
Yeah, go and find it for sure. It's great.
Yeah. The only place I could find Summer Heights High was on like YouTube and it's somebody else watching it on their television and then putting the episode up. Yeah.
Where was it?
Very Vietnamese.
Where was it? Was it on Netflix?
No, this was on YouTube. It used to be somewhere good. But remember they tried to cancel him here. That was the dumbest shit ever. He's a fucking legend.
Chris is hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of dropped off after Summer Heights High for no fucking reason. I didn't really see much of that stuff after that.
Was so good.
Hang on, yes I did. What was
He's year 12s.
And Nathan. Those brothers. Fuck, that was funny. Nathan, like screaming, and he's next to him.
And what about when the other kid comes up that's like a better dancer than him? It was so fucking crazy.
Mr. G, that character. Oh, and Jemay.
Oh, so good.
So good.
God, that was clever. So good. That was like the Seinfeld of Australia, I feel like, in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's so on the nose and perfect. You're like, could anything get more perfect than that?
Yeah.
Did you ever meet him once.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. I got to meet him once and I was so, yeah. It was just, yeah.
Was it awesome meeting him? I've never met him.
Yeah, it was awesome. He came on the podcast last time I was in Australia.
Great.
Yeah, it was super. I came downstairs in the hotel and he's just kind of standing off to the side, kind of has this like, kind of like shyness, I guess, curious kind of guy.
I'm interested that he did your podcast because I don't think he does much, does he?
I don't think he does a lot of stuff like that.
I don't think he does anything.
I felt super stoked about it. I'm going to try to get to say hey to him before I leave town. He said he's out of town right now, but.
Yeah, right. He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Kath and Kim?
Kath and Kim?
Kath and Kim. It's another Australian show that's fucking brilliant. It's about like suburban Australia.
Sean and Marley, have you seen them?
No.
It's like a recipes and Down syndrome, basically. It's like a little.
Is it Australian?
Yeah. It's good.
I don't know that.
Yeah, it's quality form content. Good telly.
Good telly?
Sean is more of bit. He can get a little agitated sometimes if the vegetables aren't right.
Hang on, wait. Is this a TV or is it YouTube?
This is YouTube. It's really great. So Sean and Marley, one of them has Down syndrome, I believe. And I believe they are, I don't know if they're Christian or not, but they're Asian. Well, we can't watch it, but they're great though. If you get to see them,
Yeah, well,
really wonderful.
for sure.
What else are you thinking about?
What else am I thinking about? My kid's got a football game this afternoon.
Are you gonna make it?
No, the second half.
Yeah, Mom.
Yeah, he said to me on the phone, he's like, Mum, will you make it to the game? My 9-year-old. I went, look, my flight gets in like 20 minutes before you start. Because that's okay, you can just come to the second half. I was like, you're the fucking best, man.
That was nice of him.
He's fucking wicked.
Dude, my mom would sit in the out in the outfield in the van, and she would say, hit it or we're leaving, and she would fucking lay on the horn if we
What did you play?
Play baseball.
Right. Hit it or we're leaving.
And we would.
Oh.
Because she didn't want to wait for the second time for the batters to go around.
She's got shit to do.
Because I didn't get to play much in the field. They would put me out there, but it was like, they didn't want me out there.
Did you like it?
I didn't like it.
What, being in the outfield or playing at all?
I just didn't like being out there, I guess. I don't know. There was things I didn't like about it, I guess. I didn't like the heat out there.
Yeah.
You always feel like you're supposed to do yard work. You feel like a farmer. You're out there with all this land. You're in like left field. You don't have any seed. You don't have any mules. You're like
fucking around.
Yeah, you're
with
like
your own thoughts. That's never good when you got depression, man. Out there.
You're like, this farm sucks.
I'm just wondering where the nearest fucking bridge is. This isn't good for me. And they're long games, right? Baseball, long.
Oh, so long.
It's like cricket. Fucking long.
Oh, cricket seems unbelievably ridiculous. It seems like they shouldn't do it. That's what it seems like to Americans.
And it also seems like they don't really do it. I'm like, you don't do fucking much.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden something happens and everyone shits themselves. Like, no, like 4 people of the 50,000 people that are fucking standing out there playing get excited for 10 minutes and then everyone goes home.
Yeah.
And it's all across the news. I'm like, what happened?
And it lasts for like 3 days too.
Yeah, isn't there like a 10-day test or so? Yeah, it goes forever.
That's crazy. There's like an Indian, it kind of reminds me of an Indian wedding. A lot of Indian weddings are like that.
Yeah, but they look fun.
Oh yeah, I think it's a lot more fun than a game of cricket probably.
I think anything is a lot more fun than a game of fucking cricket.
Thank you.
I really do.
I've been wanting to say that, but I think I always be afraid to say it because I'm like, oh, people are going to get pissed. Cricket.
Yeah, you probably can't
But you know
say
what?
it.
Fuck that, man. I'll say this. The shit looks fucking ridiculous. The helmet looks absolutely insane. It looks unbelievably bad.
How do you feel about American football then? Because they look like fucking idiots.
You know what? I think I kind of agree with you.
Have you? There's this clip on YouTube of NFL players watching rugby league games, and because it's fucking brutal league, like they have some padding.
Rugby seems way more.
But they run at each other and they just, demolish each other. That's why I don't want my kids doing it. But it's really funny footage of these massive NFL players going, what the fuck? Like, they can't believe it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, that's illegal. That's a spear tackle. 10 in the bin. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. It's so full on. Look out, mate, behind you.
Oh, my God. It makes my penis hurt.
Yeah, it should. Makes my penis hurt. Fuck.
Good God.
And then he's got to get him. Oh, it's really brutal.
Yeah, when I see a lot of pain, I feel it in my genitalia.
Yeah, right.
Is that a weird thing you think that happens to people?
I think men just talking about their genitalia in general is kind of weird.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
A lot of you guys know we started off with our first advertiser ever was Gray Block Pizza. Get that hitter, baby. And the owner of Gray Block Pizza, my friend Thomas, evolved his business up in Oregon to start Blue Cube baths. And he sent me one, and it's absolutely beautiful. A wonderful cold plunge, the best cold plunge in the market. If you value American-made and pinnacle cold exposure, this is your cold plunge. Blue Cube baths. What I love is you can set that temperature, get it down to, it might just, you might be able to ice skate in there. I haven't put it that low, but you can set it to a place where you feel comfortable. I'll get in at around 50 degrees for about 10 or 12 minutes. And that's what really sets me and activates me. I've done it before podcasts to really put me in, just put me in my body and put me in the moment. You know, the positive side effects of cold plunging are countless. You can follow Blue Cube's Instagram for a chance to win your own cold plunge this spring and summer. That's right. They're giving one away. They will announce the giveaway soon, so follow them at Blue Cube Baths. And we wish them the best of luck and thank them for supporting the podcast so early on. Is pornography causing a problem in your life? That's a good question. It's a real question. It has in mine. It has at certain periods in my life. Watching porno and everything, and watching porno was it was ruining my life. It was ruining my life, man. Made me feel just so much shame. That's what it did. Well, watching pornography has become commonplace today, and oftentimes men will use porno to numb the pain of loneliness, boredom, anxiety, and depression. That's all. I want to introduce you to my friend, Stephen Wolt. Steve is the founder of Valor Recovery. He is a dear friend of mine. And Valor Recovery is a program to help men overcome porn abuse and sexual compulsivity. That's right. Their coaches are in long-term recovery, and they will be your partner, mentor, and spiritual guide to transcend problematic behaviors. There is zero commitment if you reach out to them. It's just the first step in trying to figure out if you may need some help, if you can get some help. To learn more about Valor Recovery, please visit them at valorrecoverycoaching.com or email them at admin@valorrecoverycoaching.com. The links will be on the YouTube. And again, there's no commitment when you reach out to them. But I promise you, only something positive will come from you reaching out and figuring out if what type of help, if any, could benefit you. Thank you. Yeah, how weird is it? I guess if your child's going through puberty, you gotta fuck. Do you have to sit down with them? What do parents do? Like, do you have a talk with your husband about how to do that?
Yeah, it goes like this. Fucking talk to him.
No,
that's how I do it.
Really?
I try and talk to him. We got an email from his school saying, just so you know, this term we're doing like sex ed. We're going to be talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, and I just said to my son, sucked in. You're going to get it at school. We do. We try and talk to, but they know. Fucking hell, kids know shit.
Yeah, they know, but I think sex ed is when it gets really weird, because then it's like somebody is talking about it and everybody's in the same room at the same time. And they had a doll. I remember they passed around like a doll in our class, which was crazy. I'm like, people are like abusing this doll, kind of like, and there was a male doll and a female doll. Like, but I think it's because you remember that energy. Did you have to go to sex ed?
I don't remember it at all.
What?
Yeah, I don't remember. Maybe I wasn't at school when it was we have this thing in Australia called Healthy Harold, and this fucking van comes around to each school, and Harold is the character. He's a giraffe, and you go into the Healthy Harold van, and they have like figurines, and it's like, this is what a uterus looks like, or like this is what like skin or, you know, like
it's like a little petting zoo.
See, but then I remember Healthy Harold comes, it's a lot. And then Healthy Harold comes back, and then they talk about sex ed. And maybe I didn't go. Isn't that weird? I don't remember the whole, you know,
Healthy Harold
condom on a banana thing. I don't remember any of that. Maybe I just skipped it.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting that they use a giraffe to do it, and he comes around.
And my poppy's name was Harold as well, so I was like, I'm fucking good not learning about this in a weird dark van.
Well, yeah, getting into a van, I think, but that's happens to a lot of people have gotten into a van
and learn a lot of shit. You learn a lot of shit in a van.
Actually, it's not a bad idea. Almost like an ice cream truck that just goes around with facts about sex.
Yeah, you just need to get parents to sign off on it.
Yeah,
you're laughing. But yeah, we do try to talk to my boy a bit about it, but
yeah, like that's just the thing I would wonder. Yeah, like what's the school saying? Like, beware, like it's
I think that
puberty month or whatever.
Yeah, it's not. Wow. They're like, you think it's International Women's Day. It's not. It's we're teaching your kid about shit.
Oh,
I know. So it was just kind of letting us know that they're going to be talking about menstrual cycle.
No.
Yeah, I'm full on at home with that with my boys. I'm in a house full of dicks, so I'm like, I talk about that a lot. I'm like, I've
You
got my
have to.
period, getting my period. Everyone look alive and like everyone gird your loins because I'm firing some fucking warning shots because it's not looking good for any of you guys for a while.
Wow.
But now my 9-year-old will be like, Mom, did you want something to eat? If I'm like, I've got my period.
Really?
Do you want something? Yeah, I got good kids.
Wow.
Yeah, raising good boys.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's sweet. That's nice.
I also have heard my husband walk into the kitchen and say to my boys, it's fucking back off. Get out of here. I can hear him whispering. They're like, get out of here. It's not good.
Take it easy today, guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And will you guys have any more children, you think?
No.
Oh, Celeste.
No, I've got 100. I'm good. I do have moments though when I'm really busy with work and I'm like, maybe if I just have a baby, I don't have to do any of this.
Yeah.
I just stop and just have a baby because that's easy.
People have babies all the time, I think, just so they can get out of work, maybe get out of work or something, or not have to do something.
Men do that. Women don't do that. Women
You think?
don't. Yeah. That's a men thing. That's not a woman thing.
So men will be like, oh, I'll have this baby and then it'll make...
let's have a kid. It's just easier. And the woman's like, yeah, sure. Then she does it. She's like, I fucking hate you, man.
No.
I hate everything about you.
Men will do that, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. We're sick. We're sick, man.
I do think about that though sometimes. And my youngest really wants me to have another baby because he wants to be a big brother.
Oh.
But I'm hoping my stepdaughters will hurry up and get pregnant. I'm like, that will work for me.
Yeah. As long as somebody kind of fulfills that space a little bit, I think that's super important.
Yeah.
What else was I saying? Oh, there was a bunch of beauty tips I was going to ask you because so many things you went through like about like beauty and different things we were talking about, like a lot of your videos. Do you have a...
That's not me.
This is not you, no. But go on. Bring that back up, though. What is some of these? I just wanted to think, what do you think about some of these new ones that people are doing?
Nose blush. I don't know. What, you just make your nose pink?
Yeah, I think it's sweeping bright blush across your face onto your nose. And
highlight, who wants to highlight the bridge of their nose?
I think it started probably with COVID or something, probably because people were sick anyway. So I think people were like, I might as well fucking look really bad.
Snail skin, fuck off. That's not a thing.
Snail skincare, yeah. This is where I guess people are putting snails, and this must be this is Asian thing, yeah. Popularizing Korea, spread across Asia. The texture of the snail slime on your face is already giving us the heebie-jeebies. Actually, a snail on your face would feel fucking wild, huh?
Yeah, I can feel that in a very specific part of my spine. That's weird. It would be the actual, for me, the slow movement of the snail. Yeah. I'm just not interested. I'm happy. I would rather look like a hat full of assholes than fucking sit through that. I'm not doing that. Imagine a hat full of assholes.
And it's not even a movement. It's just a casual.
Yeah.
Like.
Never ending.
Yeah. Oh. Almost seems kind of nice. I think it depends on where you put it at. Yeah.
That was quite nice.
If you put, like, I don't know if it's soothing or not, though.
Flower beads.
You know what my friend Caleb told me? He told me that this is the neatest thing I've ever heard. That you can look at anything and know what it will feel like on your tongue. Because when you were a baby, you put everything in your mouth.
What? I can look at anything.
Like you can look at anything, like material or anything, and you can know what it will feel like on your tongue.
Yeah, right. And that's kind of cool.
It's crazy. You can look at anything, you're like, but he said it's because you tried everything when you were a child.
But that doesn't kind of check out because like when I look at those lights, I know how it feels on my tongue, but that's not because I shove lights in my face as a baby.
Maybe not, but do you shove certain fat? It's just like, did we taste every fabric? You know what I'm saying? Did we taste every surface? Without even,
Yeah, sand, all that shit. Yeah.
Because it's weird. You can, once I start thinking about it,
now I'm kind of freaking out a little bit, like looking around.
Like, how does our tongue know everything?
And I think sometimes, I said this to my kids the other day, sometimes when I've got so much on, and because I've got ADHD as well, when I'm really overwhelmed, I can feel the front part of my brain. I can actually feel it. And when I think about that, I'm like, what other parts of me, if I think hard enough about them, can I feel that you don't usually think about? Do you know what I mean? Like, same with if I had a drink of water or something free and then someone tried to talk to me and I had to answer them and I couldn't swallow. And I was like, hang on. And then I went, I forgot how to fucking swallow all of a sudden because, don't say that, because you don't have to think about swallowing, right? It just happens. So when you do think about it, you forget how to do it. I'm boring myself, but sometimes I can feel the front part of my brain when I'm overthinking. And I feel it's the same thing about that tongue thing. I don't usually think that I can feel my tongue until I think about it.
Yeah.
We're going to put this part on the Calm app to put people to sleep.
Yeah, welcome to Calm app. We would make a good
so
Calm
fucking
app
sick
episode.
of myself. Jesus Christ.
Welcome to Calm app.
Celeste is going to tell you about the front part of her fucking brain to put you to sleep.
You're in a beautiful open field. What's that, a bird?
What does that feel like on your tongue?
Calm down. Dude, if we made a Calm app episode, that'd be so fire.
Yeah.
It'd be so good, wouldn't
It
it?
would be so. Harry Styles is on it.
He's on there doing Calm app shit?
Yeah, but it's fucking great because he reads you like a story.
Mm-hmm.
And at the beginning of it, he's like, hello, it's Harry Styles here. I'm going to read you a story. And I'm like, fuck, all right, Harry, why don't you read me a little story? It's really nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. I'm trying to think of some good ones I would like to hear, maybe from Randy Quaid, maybe.
LeBron does one too.
He does?
Yeah, it's good.
I feel like if Kai Cenat did one, it would be pretty fucking fire too. But his, yeah, I don't know what his would be like. Maybe that would be great if everybody started making those.
Lots of people that do them.
Yeah.
Like I was quite surprised when I saw it. I was like, fuck, must be money in that.
Do you do any impressions or impersonations, kind of?
I'm not that talented, unfortunately.
Did you ever try them? Like try to work on it for a while or think about it?
No, not really. I had a little moment of wanting to do SNL back in the day before anyone gave a shit about who I was, but I was like, I'm not really good at that stuff. I fucking think it's amazing though. People that do it blows my mind.
Did you see Shane Gillis on there?
No, who's that?
He's an American comedian. He's like a really entertaining guy, very funny. He had gotten kicked off of the show. Like they had hired him.
As like a cast member?
Mm-hmm. They'd hired him as a cast member a while, like 3 years ago. And then the next day they looked at some old episode from a podcast or something and said something on it and they took him off. They said, we changed our minds. And then he blew up since then and he has like a huge career. And now they just had him back as a guest.
Oh, wow.
So.
Did he host? Or just...
Yeah, he hosted.
Yeah, right.
So I thought it was interesting. I thought he was going to say at the last minute,
fuck you.
Can't make it, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
I kind of wish that he would have, but I don't know if that's just like a petty part of me that wished that. You
I
know?
have that
like,
in me as well.
Yeah. Sometimes that petty part of you just shows up, you know?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a lot for me. I can be quite petty.
Does it feel like, Jesus.
Air conditioning.
Yeah. Does it feel, is it really, you think?
What, like now when you think about it, because you've been traveling a lot, right? You're in hotels, you're on planes. It just like my voice is busted for that. And when I tour, the same thing. It's the air conditioning, it's just cold, synthetic air.
It's never right, is it?
No. So that's why when I get hotel rooms, I always try to get, I can open a fucking window.
Yeah? Because
it's been, like I say, 4 days I've been in a hotel or in a car or anything like that. Or, you know, studios are cold. So, yeah, it just busts my voice.
Sometimes when I go to certain places, I'll stay in a place that doesn't have any air conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
And at first you're like, this sucks.
Yeah.
But by like the second night, you kind of get into like this real natural sort of pattern kind of.
Yeah. And your body kind of self-regulates itself with heat and everything.
Yeah.
It's so much better for you. But yeah, it buckles my voice. I'm actually going to have some free water.
Did you see, well, you said you have ADHD, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And how'd you get it?
I just bought it at the store. Just go down and fucking pick it up.
Oh, so it's not something that's developed?
No, born with it. Well, I don't think. I was born with it. I was diagnosed at 16. Been medicated on and off for ever. I fucking hate it.
You really?
Yeah. I really struggle with it. I find it really hard.
Like, how do you notice it? Because sometimes I wonder, how do you notice it? Like, where do you notice it? Because 16 is kind of a young age to diagnose somebody with something, but that's how we do it.
And especially in the 90s as well. Right? Like it's everywhere now, which is great. There's, people talk about it so much now, but back then ADHD was just like, shut up and sit down, have a pill, fuck off. It's not just a hyperactivity thing. It's lacking in dopamine and all that. And I just run in circles. I can't grab a thought. I find it as I get older, it's kind of getting harder. It's weird. Like, as I say, I'm medicated for it. But I get the medication makes me anxious. So it's like, well, which fucking devil do you choose to hang out with?
Yeah.
You're going to be like, well, I'll just be scattered and full on, or not as scattered, not as full on, but anxious as fuck. And I don't know if it's a career thing as well, you know, with more success and all that, with so much going on and so much demand. But I find it hard to cop a break with it. It bums me hard. See all this stuff online, how people are like, ADHD, you know, I find it's like my superpower. And I'm like, fuck you. I don't find that at all. People, again, I think it might be a social media thing. It's like, it's great. It means I can do that and do that and do that and do that. And I'm like, I can't do that or half of that or any of that. and I've got a heap of people that work for me and I fucking hate them all because they don't do enough for me yet they do. Like, it's just, I find it exhausting. And it's the dopamine thing. We don't produce dopamine, that fucking drug that makes you happy.
Damn.
And it's hard. I find it really, really hard.
So people with ADHD don't produce dopamine?
I think we just don't quite. I think it's harder. It's a lot harder for us to produce dopamine.
Can you
like
look it
10
up?
times harder, I think it is.
What?
And I really I feel that on a fucking cellular level. Trying to write a stand-up show. Like,
you need the dopamine. You need the excitement.
I need a brain that can work, that can go, that's funny, bring it in.
People with ADHD have at least one defective gene. Oh, damn, your shit's messed up.
Yeah, we're fucking.
The DRD2
God.
gene makes it difficult for neurons to respond to dopamine, the neurotransmitter that is involved in feelings of pleasure and the regulation of attention.
Can you please tell me? Can you please tell me what people with ADHD have at least? See, I have to read it again. Can you please tell me what the DRD2 gene is? Is that just? I wonder if that's what's in
your
Ritalin.
Dopamine receptor D2, also known as D2R, is a protein that in humans is encoded by the DRD2 gene.
Yeah, dopamine.
The dopamine D2 receptor is the main receptor for most antipsychotic drugs. The structure of DR2 in complex with the atypical. It's not helping me.
No, it's just so many words for me right now.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Pretty pictures though. You reckon I've got ADD? I did. I was like, they look like streamers. That's what I thought when I looked at that.
Yeah, because I tell you, what have I taken antidepressants? I got off like 3 months ago and then I just got back on like 2 days ago. I just couldn't take it anymore.
I was on antidepressants. Coming off though, my last stand-up show, I talk a lot about that. That's no fucking joke, coming off those. Did you find it really hard?
Yeah, I found it hard. I found the harder part for me is realizing that I have to go back on right now. Because I think I didn't want to have to be back on. And traveling in Australia it's just been tough. It's been tough to I had a good pattern of fitness and stuff at home. And I've still been doing well, but just not as organized. Your sleep patterns get off. So it put me in I got real angry and then I got in a real tough spot and I just didn't know what else to do. So I was like, I think I just have to get back on them. So I think part of me was really bummed out that I had to.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. I remember when I had to go, I was on them, then I went off and went back on them. And I thought the same thing. I was like, I don't want to be trapped on it. I felt trapped on antidepressants.
Yeah.
It takes so long to come off them. Coming off them, it takes 6 weeks, you have to wean yourself off. I was like, I don't want to have to do that again.
Well, I got on them 20 years ago. So I'm like, have I just, and the tough part is I don't have a lot of feelings. I'll have feelings, but it's hard to know what they are because the antidepressants kind of just make everything feel the same.
Right.
And then a lot of times some feelings I don't process. So I get in this tough spot where I'll get off the antidepressants so I can have some feelings. Right. But then sometimes if I'm not careful, there's some pitfalls and that can get, pretty deep. And so it's just tough because, and it's like, well, I wanted to, I want to get, married or something one day. And so I start thinking, well, I don't even know how I feel about people sometimes. Like if I'm dating, it's hard for me to even know because it's just hard for me to access my feelings.
It's they're numbing, aren't they? Is that blunting?
Yeah.
They blunt.
Yeah, everything kind of feels the same. It's like, oh man, I just saw that dog get hit by a bus. Or do I like Sharon? You know, it's like
exactly. It's the same feeling.
You're trying, and so I was like, I have to get off of these, or I'm just going to be stuck in this cycle of not knowing how I feel about someone, you know?
Yeah.
But then it's just gotten too steep recently. So I'm going to get back on. I am back on now, and then maybe I'll get off whenever I get back home.
See, when I'm touring, I'm in the best routine. Isn't that weird?
Wow.
When I'm at home, I'm so fucking scattered with the kids and life and and I think because I probably have my husband there as well, I'm like, help.
And is a husband helpful or is a husband not helpful?
No, he's brilliant.
Let's get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's with the children.
To tell you how great
Damn.
He's all time. No, he's brilliant.
Is it hard to love somebody after you're like married for a while? Like, does it get different kind of?
It's not hard to love him. We've been together for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
He's the only thing I've committed to. And don't just mean person, I mean thing. ADHD, you can't, I don't know how to really, really, really crave stability, yet I'm fucking terrified by it. But I need it. So and I have that with him. So it's different, sure. But I love, stability, and I get that from him.
Oh, that's nice.
It's so great. And
was it hard to make that decision? Yeah, because I think I have like tough time with commitment. It's like fucking the last thing I want to do.
Well, I think I'm a goal-oriented person as well. So like I'd kind of met him and went, let's go. I also fell pregnant, so we got married.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but we were together for
2 months.
Yeah, week and a half. No, 8 years.
Wow.
Ages. Long distance. We've always been long distance.
You have?
Yeah.
Something kind of nice about it. It's almost a romantic and long distance, like you're coming back from war.
Yeah.
He's going off with the troops or whatever.
Absolutely. He's at home making things for me, making it nice.
Making the weapons.
Yeah. Making the pie that I eat when I come in. And so now with touring and being away for work, we're kind of used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do Australian comedians feel like they have to go to America? You have to get that American audience? Is there like a feeling like that?
I don't think so. I mean, for me, yes, because my audience is there because of the internet. But there's some fucking brilliant Australian comics, some of my favourite, that are here and are killing it here and don't have to go anywhere. And
that's nice.
I'm sure they probably want to go do what they want to do, but they're killing it here. They don't need to, because it's a smaller pool as well. So, a lot of our comedians are all on TV as well. They get great, jobs on telly. They don't need to worry about fucking off over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. It's so nice here. It's so safe. That's the craziest thing. It's like you can go somewhere and you're not going to get killed.
Well, yeah, by a gun. You might buy a fucking shark.
Yeah, but you're going to notice that your pants are getting wet first before
when you
you're
go swim in the ocean, you're like, today might be the fucking day. Yeah.
Yeah,
but not just walking down the street.
Yeah, you're not milling in a park and some fucking...
Yeah, exactly. Tarantula just runs at your face.
Some dope shark just rolls up on you, you know?
Fucking alligator comes after you.
Oh, we have it's one of our most dangerous animals over there is just homeless people and...
is the gun.
Drugs and the gun. Can you imagine if guns were all over your country?
I fucking can't. When I'm over there, I'm in the States, I'm like, we rolled into a place when I was doing a show on the last tour, and 500 meters down the street there was a shooting at the local mall.
Yeah.
And I was like, are we alerting authorities to get me the fuck out of here? Like, it's the biggest thing in the world for us. It's the biggest. If there's a shooting, we're in New South Wales. If there's a shooting in fucking Queensland, I'm telling you, siren alarms will go off here.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember then these women came to my show that night and I do a meet and greet after, and it's that thing as well. Do I talk about it when I get on stage? What do I do? It was so close by. Like 3 people were fucking shot and killed. Like,
sorry, I didn't know they were dying.
No, but like, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then you make the decision not to talk about it because it's like, I'm giving you guys an hour of laughter and I don't want to be that Australian that comes in and goes, you guys are fucked. And then I did a meet and greet and there was this group of women after. And I was talking to them. Yeah. And I was like, that's really full on with what happened. And they just glazed over. They're like,
they didn't care.
Well, no, you have to because they're going to put their kids on a fucking school bus the next day and send them off to school. So like, yeah, anyway, do you miss your kids when you travel without them? Like, oh, you guys have different coping mechanisms than we have. It's built different.
Oh, well, no, it's gotten extremely just severe and bizarre over there.
It blows my mind.
People are like wishing their children well and like getting them like Kevlar and stuff for Christmas and like bullet resistant things. It's just.
And all the debates that go on after there's a shooting, they're like, well, you know why this is? It's because some random man had an issue once with his mother and found, and I'm like, what's the end of that? What's the end of that sentence? A gun. Yeah. You fuckheads. Like, what the fuck?
Look, I agree with you, but how would you get rid? That's the problem is at this point, there's no.
No, you're fucked. You're so far in with your NRA and everyone's all up in everyone.
Yeah, it's like, how would you get all the guns?
Well, we did a buyback system in Australia.
You did?
We had a mass shooting, Port Arthur, 96, was it?
Oh.
And it was the greatest mass shooting we've had in this country. And then our government did a buyback system. You got $300 for everyone who brought in their fucking guns. And they fucking, sure, there's psychos who were like, no one gets my gun. But we did a buyback system.
In America, I bet you would get 20,000 guns.
Shot in the face. Well, hey, I have an idea. Fuck off. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
You would get, you're right. You get
shot in the fucking face. You got to cut all this out because now I'm terrified when I go to America, I'm going to get shot in the fucking face.
No, you're not getting shot. I sent a DM to Pablo Escobar's wife when she got out of prison and I haven't been killed yet. So but I didn't know. I thought she was single. I thought.
Oh, you sent it like a fucking DM.
I mean, I didn't say like.
Oh, I thought you were like, congratulations, he's out. I wish you both all the best now that. Oh, dude.
I just said, hola mama. But still, I think, yeah, people could perceive that wrong. But like, yeah, you're going to be fine. But yeah, it's so crazy. You don't realize how less stress I feel being here. It's like, I don't even want to go back. Part of me doesn't even want, it's so fucking scary. You don't realize that there's always this thought in the back of your head that somebody's going to just
He's got a gun. I think
and
all
the shooters are the worst. They show up, they kill 19 people. They're just trying to shoot one guy.
Fucking hell.
They have the worst aim. We've got to start training these kids to shoot better.
I'm going to stay out of that one. I reckon I got in enough.
I don't know
I'm
what
doing
the solution
everything I can to
is.
get the fuck out of this now. Cancel my tour. I'm not going. I don't even care.
I don't know what the solution is. But yes,
I do. Fucking guns.
I agree with you, but how do you get rid of them? Because the criminals are not going to turn them in. And the guy that's afraid the criminal isn't going to turn it in isn't going to turn it in.
But don't you have incentives to buy guns over there? You open a bank account, you get a gun.
But
maybe start there.
People don't want, nobody would. It's just too ingrained in the culture.
Yeah, no one's going to like it. Right?
If you try to take somebody's fucking belly button,
you get shot in the face.
People would be pretty TO'd or
have
pissed
you seen,
off.
I'm sure you have. It's very popular. Jim Jeffries' bit on gun control in America.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's
He's so
spot
good.
On.
He's such a legend. Have you gotten to meet him?
No. That bit he does is fucking brilliant. It terrifies me though when I'm over there. I'm not going to lie.
Scary. It terrifies us. It's really not cool.
I run my mouth. I run my mouth a lot. When I get there, I'm like, well, I can't because I don't know.
But you guys are charming. You guys are like when the rare white wombat comes to the zoo or whatever. I feel like that's what it's like when Australians come. People want to go see what's going on. Look at them. They're in the cage.
Yeah,
Look.
you're fun. You're fun. Yeah.
Give them a celery, you know?
Are they all British?
I know. I just feel like people are so intrigued about seeing you guys. But there is a peacefulness over here. What else is it about it?
Have you been to New Zealand?
Yeah, we went to New Zealand.
That's where it's at. I fucking love
It's
NZ.
beautiful. And
I love it over there.
Very unique.
Magical. I'd move there in a heartbeat.
We went to Auckland as well, and you meet people who or making sounds and they don't know what they're saying. Or they're using only vowels. I met people that use only vowels.
Yeah, right.
What are you doing, honey? Zero consonants. You're like, wow. Come fucking out of here.
You look like a fucking witch then. When you did that.
Oh, I saw a guy sprained his fucking spine trying to finish a sentence over
I
there.
think you just maybe ran into someone who happened to be on fucking ice. Like that's not how New Zealanders speak.
It could have been
Like the one dude who's on fucking meth in the street you rock up and talk to.
there could have been some trank use going on. Let's bring up that one video of this girl. Do you see this video of this young lady? It's so funny.
When you're putting your mind to it, you know exactly what to do indoors. How was that for you?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, it was such a strong race. We were all running so fast, multiple running in the 50s, so I knew I had to go out fast. I had Lieke in front of me, so I wanted to be in front, and
that's
I could hear how brave she was behind me.
I don't. Hang on. Where's she from? What accent is that? I can't get past it.
That's Disney's, bro. She's from Disney. Oh, boy.
Sorry, can you play?
Let's play it
Is
again.
that all right if we quickly play it again?
For the children.
I just need to fucking know. Again, you know what I can feel right now? The front part of my fucking brain.
Mind to it, you know exactly what to do.
She's British.
Indoors. How was that for you?
What are you?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, it was such a strong race. We were all running so fast, multiple running in the 50s, so I knew I had to go out fast. I had Lieke in front of me, so I wanted to be in front, and I could hear how brave she was behind me, so I was like, okay,
Look
this
at
is
her
good,
mate.
now we keep going, and this crowd is so
like,
amazing.
Her mate's like, you've put the mic on the wrong bitch. That's Mickey Mouse. You know, when she's not doing that, she's a suit operator at fucking Disneyland of Mickey Mouse.
She's gotta be.
That's amazing. See?
You could convince yourself Mickey Mouse has just broken the 400-meter indoor world record. Fans react as Femke Bowles interview.
Oh, Glasgow. She's
Scottish.
Glasgow.
Have you toured over there in the UK?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
But I've never been so
Fucking love it
tired
over
of just
there.
been like,
Right. That was fucking great.
I know.
With the American cartoon character.
the Dutch runner entered the world championships
Dutch.
with a world record of 49.24 seconds in the 400, but blew past the timing again in Glasgow.
What happened? I want to know what happened 30 seconds before that interview. Did she rock up? And they were like, let's do an interview. And her mate was like,
It was amazing.
her mate was like, I don't reckon we need to do an interview. I reckon we're good. But Mickey Mouse was like, oh, have a crack. And they're like, no, we've already achieved so much. We just nailed it. She's like, you guys never let me do interviews. Can I do an interview? And they're like, all right, gird your loins. Here she is.
It's a small world after all. That's crazy, man. That's funny. Any other
That's
news,
so
guys?
good.
Anything else that's going on?
No, that's the only thing that's going on in the world. Fucking Mickey Mouse went for a run.
I mean, there's other bigger stuff we could talk about. Oh, yeah. They went to the zoo.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Great. Well done.
Not surprised. It's something I think it's like an Australian tradition coming here and going to the zoo, huh?
Yeah, I think so. It's a pretty cool zoo.
Oh,
it's like a sanctuary as well, and they do conservation. They do some fucking great work there.
I thought it was way hands-on. I was kind of surprised, and yeah, it's like you really get close to some animalia.
The Kelsey man has a brother. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And did he just retire from something? And
Yeah, he plays football. He played for the NFL for the Philadelphia Eagles.
is that the same team as the other Kelsey man
No,
that
different
just
brother.
won the Super Bowl?
No.
Because I saw his press
Very tear-filled.
conference. I thought his mother had died.
It was a lot of tears.
I was like, we all fucking retire. What happened?
It meant a lot to him.
But it's
He
everywhere.
went through a lot of stuff. He went through also he talked about like his family. He got real deep into it. I think sometimes it's almost you wonder though, like, are they trying to get them to do more now? I thought it was very genuine and touching, but yeah, he had a lot of.
I thought it was very genuine and very touching. I just didn't need to hear it. I was like, maybe on a podcast, like, you're going on later and having a chat to someone about, but it went on and on. We had no cousins. It was just me and my brother, and we just, I was like, just come out and make the announcement. All right, I'm done. It's been a great season. It's been a great 40 years that I've been playing catch up. I was like, bitch, you're still fucking crying. Like, it just went on for me. International Women's Day is so disrespectful.
Oh, now that's a good point on International Women's Day. Do you think that people are less emotional in Australia?
No, I think we're still pretty emotional.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just don't think
'Cause
we have as much media attention on it. Like, you know what I
that's
mean?
a good point.
It's like,
And especially him. It's kind of interesting the side effects of like, because I've always thought Travis Kelce liked darker women, right? That's always been the...
I don't know the man.
Like if he ate an Oreo, he would just eat the sides.
Oh, right. Well, he's not now.
You know,
Not now.
I mean, now he's going
Right
heavy
in the
cream.
center. Yeah.
Yeah. He's going full cream.
Yeah.
So it's just, I think a lot of people, I think there's a lot of people wondering the reality behind that. Like, is it real? You know?
Yeah, I think a lot. Fucking hell.
And you don't know with the
Celebrities, man.
media, you don't know what their strategy is. You don't know what their plan is. You know, they could easily approach people and say, this is what we want to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, Australia shat themselves when he flew in for one of her concerts.
Well, yeah, that's the crazy part. I just wonder what his life is going to be like now, because that's a level, I feel like, of fame that's kind of like
And
miserable.
Every interview is asking about her.
And it
you
will
know,
be for the rest of his life.
Yeah. It's Taylor Swift. You can't
But
fight
that's
that.
kind of, I wonder if you think about that before you, but maybe you don't. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, you know? I mean, if you're really in love, you don't.
Well, that's what I was going to say. If you love something, you're like, well, fuck it, whatever, who cares? But I think if you go in with it, with an idea of it being an arrangement, then it's different. So maybe it is love. Do you know what I mean? If you love someone, you just go into it and then you find yourself in interviews always talking about them, always talking about your relationship.
Yeah. Gosh.
Oh, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, that level of fame. Fuck, I couldn't do it.
Yeah. It
Could
feels
you?
like a lot. No. Oh, no. Sometimes it's weird when it starts to feel like your own name doesn't even belong to you anymore. Does that make any sense to you?
It makes absolute sense to me, even when I'm on a fucking phone call, calling, my kid's school. Hi, Celeste Barber. Like, shut up. Like, I feel like it going, can I speak to so-and-so? Or, even saying my name now feels kind of weird. Or when my mates are like, we will get a table somewhere, they're like, say Celeste Barber. I'm like, no. And they're like, we do? What do you fucking mean you do?
You're not even there.
I'm not there. I'm in America. How do you mean you got the fucking table at Nobu in Sydney? They're like, no, it's fine. And then they just spend the whole time at dinner going, she's coming.
That's actually a great idea.
Yeah.
If you're waiting for a table out there, make sure you say
Adele.
Yeah.
Adele. You get a table with Adele.
Well, I'm glad I got to have a table for a little while today with Celeste Barber. Thanks for meeting up. I know you have a lot going on, and I know you have to go home to your son's birthday.
Yeah, and his football game. No, it was good. It was good to come in. It was good to meet. I'm happy we made it work. Thanks for moving it as well. I know you had to move it around a bit for me.
I appreciate it. That's all right. I'm glad that we got to. Yeah, I was trying to learn as much as I could about Australia, but I think we talked about Australia some, huh?
Yeah. You're going to do like Great Barrier Reef or Great Ocean Road, any of those sort of things while you're here?
I think the next time I come, I'm going to come back one more time.
And make it a thing.
Yeah.
Just one more time before you die.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I might come back more than that. I used to have a dream I would meet my wife in Australia.
Yeah, right.
But I think a lot of people romanticize stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, it'd be nice, but you never know. But I think the first time I came, I did shows and it was like travel show the same day, that sort of thing. It was way too hard on me.
It's too much. That's what my last tour I did that.
It's way too hard. And so this time we slowed it down and it's been awesome. Got to be at the Gold Coast and see different places and spend a little bit more time in different cities. But then it also gets kind of long. You know, you're going for 3 weeks and you're like.
Yeah.
But my biggest audiences are in Australia.
Yeah, right. Mine are in the States. Look at that.
Wow.
Isn't that weird? Yeah, that's the goal, isn't it? To slow it down so you can kind of live and enjoy work. But like I was saying, I can't with fucking kids and living so far away. Where did you go on the Gold Coast?
We went to Paradise Cove or something.
Surfers Paradise.
Surfers, yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. We got some electric bikes and we got to ride out onto the water, like onto the beach.
Yeah, wow.
It was unreal. It might have been the neatest thing I've ever done. I literally felt like I was on the moon, which we've never been to.
Fucking magic beaches we have up there. That's where I live up there.
Really?
It's just like,
Oh,
yeah, I know.
it was so fucking good. I just wanted to just rip my fucking penis off and
Oh,
just
there
throw
we
it in
are.
the water. That's how I felt, really.
Oh, well, you might find your wife up there. Who knows?
Yeah,
that.
For some reason, when I'm having a good time, I literally want to rip my penis off and just throw it into whatever I'm having fun at.
Kangaroo. Just whip it at a kangaroo at a sanctuary.
No, those kangaroos are too dangerous.
Yeah,
dude.
they'll fuck you up.
All right, Celeste Barber, people can watch your special on Netflix. They can check out your tour. Now, will this also be coming to the States?
Yeah, I'm there 2nd of May.
Oh, okay.
Netflix is a joke.
Oh, that's right. You start
And then
then.
touring for 2 months.
Okay,
May,
sweet.
June. Yeah, buy fucking tickets. CelesteBarber.com, please.
Yeah,
That'll help.
CelesteBarber.com, please. I've enjoyed spending time with her. I'm sure you guys will too. And thank you so much. And
Thanks.
happy birthday to your son. How old is he going to be?
10.
Oh, wow. It's such a big age.
Yeah, double digits.
God, he's growing up.
His name's Buddy.
It is a real name for someone.
It's fucking Buddy.
Wow. That's the best thing about Australia. People have names like Buddy and Poppy and Lily.
Yeah, in America when we're there and my other son's name is Lou. They're like, hey, Buddy. And Lou's like, no, that's him.
Yeah.
And Buddy's like, how does everyone know my name in America?
In America, we have names like Bullet and,
and
Casket.
and fucking Stud and Tard
Yeah, and Cock.
and Chunk. Yeah.
All right. Cheers, Celeste.
Thank you.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone.